Friends, Archangel. So the other night I was going through the task of deciding what movie to watch because I have stacks and stacks of movies that I have not yet watched. And I came across one that looked like a family comedy, a knockoff of Dr. Dolittle. And as I read the back, it had all the hallmarks of cleanliness. It even said family friendly on it. For some reason, that totally just turned me off. But still, I looked at the animals on the cover, and indeed I enjoy some good CGI animal mayhem. But something nagged at me, and so I settled on a 007 movie instead. I thought about this a little later on. I noticed myself being averted from family movies. But why? Did I need profanity to enjoy a flick? Did I need violence or gore to lure me into watching something? Did I need nudity or sexuality to entice me into choosing one movie over another? No. Actually, being awakened, the sex scenes in movies annoy me, and I usually fast forward through them. Still, this is a curiosity that I find myself very wary of family-friendly or teen-friendly media, anything G or PG rated. But never fear, there is quite an obvious reason for this. You see, making a movie may be seen as making a recipe. You have many different ingredients: dramatic tension, action, violence, horror, romance, humor, etc. Yet many of these plot devices are for mature adults to observe, not children or young teens. So when you make a family movie, you must start removing mature plot devices, such as nudity, profanity, violence, sex, or gore. And thus you must fill the remaining story with excessive amounts of other plot devices, in order to fill the 90 minutes that movies have shrunken to. Yeah, movies used to be a good 2 hours. Now, like food at the grocery store, we get charged more for less. Anyhow, humor is usually the plot device that gets exaggerated and overused in family-friendly flicks to fill the space that cannot be filled with adult devices. Look at it another way. An unrestricted movie or unrated movie is like old-fashioned, unadulterated chocolate chip cookies. Nothing has been withheld. The sugar, the butter, the chocolate chips, the salt, etc. Everything is there. Yet, when you want to make cookies appropriate to peoples with various requirements, then you must alter ingredients. For example, when you want to make low-fat chocolate chip cookies, you must use more of other ingredients to compensate for the withheld fat, and that usually means more simple carbohydrates. Or when you want to make sugar-free chocolate chip cookies, you must compensate with other ingredients to fill the absence left by the withheld sugars. And this usually ends up being artificial sweeteners or more fats. Likewise, when you have Disney or religious, clean type of family-friendly media, you have to fill the space of the show with more devices from the approved list to make up for the devices withheld from the unapproved list. So, making a G or PG movie, you get to embellish drama, comedy, and a little action to make up for not being able to include profanity, drug use, violence, gore, nudity, sex, or crude humor. Now, you may be thinking this is as it should be, because kids don't need to be seeing all this adult stuff. And I agree. However, they are being brainwashed and negatively influenced by family-friendly media. Because the humor that most family-approved media relies on to fill its show with is male devaluation. We freely, openly, and slanderously mock males in family-friendly media. Yep, most kid-approved cinema thrives off male devaluation. The dad who is the dork, the geek, or the bumbling moron, who has to be saved and supervised by mom. Or the dad is portrayed as the mean authoritarian or an obsolete tool who is outshined by mom or grandma or aunties or even daughter's brilliance and genius. We get brothers portrayed as idiots next to sisters. And of course we ubiquitously have school scenes where males are the schoolyard bullies, picking on everyone, especially the sweet innocent girls. We get messages of blatant male mockery in these family-friendly shows, where males are emasculated doormats that fold before the whims of mom or sister or the high school girlfriend. We get blatant teachings of males being obedient servants to all females and opening doors for ladies and carrying Mrs. Jones's groceries out to the car and beating up other males to protect females. We even get portrayals of male animals who are stinky, burping fart machines, and all the while being taught that males, whether animal or teenage boys, have no hygiene or potty training. Males are shown as unable to control their deviant tendencies to pick on others. So, really, all the family-friendly shows, all the PG or CGI cinema about animals in Antarctica or Africa, all the clean movies, all the good old-fashioned movie night fun, all of this is chock full of male devaluation. They have to be, since they cannot fill the breadth of the program with sex, violence, or language. And they darn sure cannot fill the show with comedy that mocks females or religion or sexual orientation. Hence, they have to fill the show with male humor, because male devaluation is the last culturally and legally acceptable public prejudice. Oh yes, you heard that right. And this is the reason that I am also wary of adult comedies, because comedies thrive off of male mockery and male devaluation. If the comedy is G or PG, you get the usual males as unwitting clowns and fart makers. If the comedy is rated R or unrated, then the more graphic and malicious the mockery of males, usually mocking males' sexuality and genitalia. Yet, this goes deeper than infantilizing cinema for juvenile approval. Family, media, and clean shows are stealthy tools of societal indoctrination that programs the family with paradigms of male disposability. Kids view and ingest all the cultural paradigms where males are to protect and provide for females, where males chase females and put up with female crap just to get their attention or a small kiss on the cheek. Paradigms of male stupidity and female brilliance, of male filth and female cleanliness, of male thick-headedness and female compassion. All the paradigms of our gynocentric culture get played out over and over again in family movies, where males are rough, vulgar victimizers, and females are the soft, innocent victims. Males are the retarded, flatulent clowns, and females are the beautiful princesses. Kids get to be programmed with the same old tired memes. Boys look and smell funny. Girls are beautiful and smart. Boys are boisterous and cruel. Girls are caring and tender-hearted. You know, the usual male mockery, which gets played out on the CGI animals. The animals are crude clowns also, and bullies, beating up on other male animals, yet bowing to and being corrected by the beautiful, caring female animals. And all the while, little Sally and Billy are being indoctrinated with themes of males being only good as court jesters and heavy stuff carriers, whereas girls are superior at everything else. Obviously, not every family-friendly rated show is this ripe, but the majority are. They are like cult training videos on the behaviors and protocols of the sexes. Males are to serve, protect, and be chivalrous to females, and females, for their part, are to assume the role of being worshipped and elevated. You see, it's not that indoctrinating kids with male devaluation is the primary mission of kids' shows. The primary mission is to make money producing family-appropriate cinema. However, they take what is socially acceptable in polite society and fill their shows with it. And since male devaluation and mockery of males is acceptable, that's the content they fill their productions with, which then becomes a covert devaluation training piece to those watching it, usually young, juvenile, impressionable minds. In other cases, feminism is such an entrenched parasitic prejudice that many shows are made specifically with the purpose of elevating females and devaluing males in order to brainwash younger generations. Yeah, as if they need any help. Gynocentrism is programmed into every being, which compels males to protect females and females to protect themselves. Then we have entire nations of children being primarily raised and influenced by mothers. And we also have a system that rewards girls and punishes boys. So really, gynocentric family-friendly cinema is merely sprigs of parsley that top off a huge, steaming dish of male disposability. When you awaken to male disposability, which is preceded by the devaluing of males, then you see every joke, every snide comment, every patronizing skit, every misandristic jab of every cartoon or sitcom or movie of every genre of entertainment out there. And you realize how monumentally colossal the male devaluing machine truly is in our society. It's mind-boggling. From toddler cartoons to unrated adult horrors, there is a campaign to devalue and erase male relevance and worth in this world, and entertainment is one huge firmament of the male expendability machine. And it is sneaky because it programs people under the guise of entertainment. Go on, let down your mental defenses, grab some popcorn, and simply download our biased input. There is a saying, if you want to know who is in charge, just identify who you are not allowed to criticize. So it is socially acceptable to mock and make fun of males, while still calling it good old-fashioned family-friendly fun. Yet, mockery of females is off limits. You tell me who is in charge, who is running this joint. My friends, stand with me, live free.